Welcome back. Let's continue with our special coverage here on the SABC. Of course, thank you for joining us, our nation, the continent, and the world at large as we reflect on his life and times. And as he is going to be laid to rest today, the late South African ambassador to France, Nathi Mthethwa, will be laid to rest today, with thousands of mourners expected to attend the special official funeral category 2. It's happening in KwaMbonambi in KwaZulu-Natal. We've seen over the years Ambassador Mthethwa served in many national executive positions. It includes Minister of Police, this was back in 2009, until 2014. Thereafter, having donned the hat of Minister of Culture between 2014 and 2023 as well. At the time of his passing in Paris in France, Mthethwa held the position of South African ambassador to France. It's a position that he occupied since December of 2023. We continue to reflect on his life and time, some of the religious and traditional customs that are observed at this time. And for this conversation, we're going to be joined right here in studio by Mbuso Khoza, founder of Ijadu Le Afrika Centre for Arts and Heritage. Mbuso, good morning. Thank you, and of course, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me, and to the viewers at home as we are going through these difficult times in our country.
Yes, yeah. And it's important that, you know, he was returned back to his homestead. It's important that for a man who was so deeply rooted in his traditions and culture, of course, we get to understand the rites of passage and what the important ceremonial elements that is going to be accorded to him as, you know, we say goodbye. Talk to us about what those deeply rooted traditions mean for him, for his culture, for his clan as well.
In isiZulu culture, when a head of the house has passed away, they would collect all of his belongings and they are put aside. And now, if he passed away, maybe like in the case of Mr. Mthethwa, the heir or anyone that is maybe a big brother to him will maybe go with another one that is chosen with a branch, a small branch of we'll call a thorn, but what they call this a buffalo thorn tree. In isiZulu they call it umphafa or umlahlankosi. In isiSwati they call it umlahlabantu. I think in isiVenda muchachete, etc. So the main purpose of taking this branch is to go as the family, to speak to the spirit, to say, we know that you passed out the way you passed away and you were not at home. We are here to invite you. And they would go as far as calling upon maybe the ancestors. We know that this happened, but now we are saying, come to your home. And then whoever is carrying this branch is not allowed to speak, is not allowed to listen to anyone, so that now your mood and your focus is not disturbed, so that the spirit is able to interconnect with you as you are going. So if you'll be crossing a river, maybe in the case of the Minister Mthethwa would be saying, we are now leaving. Maybe they would go to the hotel, they would go to where he used to stay and say, we are here as your family, we need to go home. Asambe Nyambos. And then if that person is more knowledgeable, they can go and say, Azabatet Zinomia Sinomian. So that kind of a song, because this kind of a song is even used when there is a wedding day, because it's more like the daughter is also dying from the family into another family, you know, all of that. So it's very important, this particular ritual to be properly performed, and we saw the family going that side to come and collect the spirit. Now, when you're about to get home, you need to have the family waiting with ukamba, like a small Zulu pot with a Zulu beer, umqombothi, and now with the goat. Again, they need to tell the spirit, we are now at the gate at home, and then they will now perform that ritual and now take the leaf, part of the leaf, and take it to the goat. If the goat does not eat it, the spirit did not leave that place.
Thank you for giving us that context, because now today, we know before 12 o'clock, he also has to be laid to rest. The president obviously going to be delivering the eulogy as well. Upon landing on the soil and then obviously being taken to his homestead in KwaMbonambi, tell us about some of the other rituals and ceremonial aspects that have been implemented and that we are going to be seeing playing out. The significance of the songs, the tunes, the words as well that are going to be reflected.
At night or maybe a day before, the family would gather exactly how you choose maybe a venue for the wedding.
Yes.
So also where the tomb will be, the family would sit and choose, and then the heir will be given a spear and go to that ground. And now everyone, meaning Ibanda, the community, the males only that would go and prepare the tomb. They are not allowed to get inside maybe the home. They would be outside and the air will come. We call it ukugwaza in Dunduma. You go with the spear where the area where there will be a tomb, and then there will be the air will go and come and pierce that. It's more like an air. I'm taking over and I'm showing where the body of my father should be buried. And sometimes it's inside the kraal, sometimes it's just adjacent to his house. So after it has been done, the male now will be digging the tomb, and then when it's time, again, the big brothers to him and the other elders will lead the proceedings, and then they will take certain herbs in Delezi to cleanse, because there are trees that are ecologically aligned with such events.
Okay, sure. Thank you. It's such a befitting, process and tribute that is going to be afforded to him as we all pay our last respects. He was obviously a member of the Nazareth of Baptist Church, the Shembe Church, and in KwaMbonambi, if we look at the significance of their role as well in his life in the community, can you also take us through what that reflects for him and how he will be laid to rest today?
In our conversations with him, he told me that his father was a member, I think, of the Nazareth Baptist Church. So we used to stay maybe for almost an hour speaking about culture, about Mthethwa, the importance of Mthethwa from Ukotongwana, Oyengo, Injobo Mthethwa. So Nazareth Baptist Church was very close to his heart. I remember on the phone call it would be like, ilizwi lenkosi selifikile phezu kwethu. So he would sing with me, and sometimes he would break into a Mthethwa song. So this kind of a ceremony it comes in a form of a burial. It's a ceremony that is almost similar to a wedding day, because these songs that are of the family, such as Amahubo, that are safeguarding their memories, prayers of the family, this is the time where they have to sing this song. Some of these songs, it's like, Wayandewa zinyoni, Wayandewa zimpangeye. So we used to break into this kind of a dialect called Yayeza dialect when we were speaking with him. So Mthethwa, when they speak, they replace L with a Y. So if I say come here, I would say Wozalapa. But Mthethwa would say Wosayapa. So as soon as I see his call maybe coming, I would prepare by those strings, because those people, they were smoking the snuff. So when they speak, they would say Wosayapa, Ujadu Kosnati, Mthethwa, Wosayapa. So this is how Mthethwa actually used to speak as part of, I think, the Lalanguni versus the Ntungwanguni dialect.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
It was in July, actually, because I just relocated to Joburg for the art center that I'm building. So I sent him a message, a voice note. He replied with a voice note again saying, hey, I'm so happy that you are moving into a larger city where your work will be more appreciated. So he was the kind of a man who would value you for what you do. Many people thought when he comes to my events and delivered speeches, maybe he gave you some money. I'm like, there's no money. This is a true, genuine friendship between people who are loving their culture.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mbuso, we obviously know that timing is also important, right?
Yes.
In relation to some of the celestial bodies. And so we know in relation to the church, certain protocols have to be adhered to before 12 o'clock. Can you also talk to us the significance of that and why?
Normally, in the Zulu culture, an heir would be buried around 3 p.m. Someone who's not married, we make a quick arrangements because you are not that significant. You didn't contribute to the society, so we'll bury you much earlier. So in the Zulu culture, Isingoni culture, it will be around 3 p.m. Selithambeme ilanga, in respect of his works, in respect of nature, because as they are digging the tomb in the morning, the universe is giving us oxygen in the morning, and we are communicating, and there are particular angels and communication around that time with nature. So now when the sun is up, it's when the cows come back home. So what would be happening? His cows, as the head of the house, they need to be taken inside the kraal because they will be also in mourning. They will be crying on that day. So these are, I think, spiritual procedures that are interconnected to how the nature expresses itself through us.
Mbuso, thank you for joining us and for helping us to make sense of the significance of these rites as well. Thank you. We also obviously we all extend our sincerest condolences to you, to his family and friends alike.